So until yesterday we heard by remembering the Lotus feet, Sri Guru and Vaishnavas, we have the good fortune of, by their mercy, blessings, we should desire this very essential mercy, or else the independent yoga doesn't care for anyone. In Bengal there's one saying that one becomes the village elder without asking anyone. Means he proclaims himself to be the authority. Similarly, the jiva being puffed up becomes very proud. Therefore, he becomes the authority among foolish men. And although he is the head of foolish men, still he thinks he is great. He thinks, I can control these other foolish men. But what is the use of being one among foolish men? This way he's a big headache for society. This way he always acts unfavorably. He cannot control his own senses. And how can he possibly control his relatives and society when he cannot control his own mind? So if one has not taken shelter and not surrendered, then why will he care for others? Those are eternal servants of Guru and Vaishnavas also desire to be their servant and desire their mercy. Then they should always remember. Or else how will this auspiciousness be had if there is not such eternal remembrance? For Bhagavan himself has said, first you should worship Shri Guru and then do my archan, my puja. And then you can worship my Mahabhagavad Bhaktas. So in this way, we should always, the more we remember and do kirtan of their glories, the more we can uplift ourselves. So yesterday we heard that those who transgress the religions of the Vedas, they don't wear this Brahman thread. And even one is born in a Brahman family, even then he will not wear this Brahman thread. Said, oh, I have worn it during my marriage, now I can remove it. So before Upanayana Sanskar would be performed, chant mantras, chant Gayatri, and then he strives to attain Bhava Bhakti. This was before, but now all this has been discarded. They have been discarded now. He is very independent. He is debauchee now. He is very licentious person. He is very promiscuous. So in this way, how can he be regulated? So when this assembly was organized in Jaipur, there's one place where this Birla Mandir is presently there, Ganesh Tila. This Birla is a very nice temple there, out of white marble, Lakshmi Narayan temple. Near this hill where Govind Ganesh temple is situated. He made a nice place for Mahaprabhu and all the acharyas also. So there will be a Dharma Sabha, a religious assembly. So there this question arose. If one is wearing a Brahman thread, then is it for the welfare of the soul, or is it just like decorating one's body? Because the soul doesn't have a Brahman thread. That's why the Brahman thread is only draped across the chest of one's material body. So how does this possibly affect the soul? Let's say they asked other questions also. So Maharaj said that when the jiva is bound to enjoy the fruits of his karma, then he takes birth from the womb of his mother. They say one who is born, he's born as Shudra, and then by sanskar he becomes twice born. And one who studies scriptures, he becomes thrice born. Means first one becomes born when he's born as a Shudra, then being anyone who's overcome by illusion, they're Shudras. So the Atma is the part and parcel of Bhagavan. So can the soul be classified as a Shudra? Bhagavan was one and he desired many, and the many manifested. So the body is not part and parcel, it's flesh and bones. Only the soul is the part and parcel. The soul residing within the body. This Prakriti is mundane material. So this is had by one's parents, and this body is bound to perish one day. So even if you put Brahman thread on this body, then what is the use? So when one is born, then he's always overcome by this lamentation. He's always weeping, crying, because trying to fulfill. He's always trying to fulfill the desires of his mind and body and senses. This way, one who facilitates his enjoyment, and he is known as relative. So is he a relative of the body or the soul? So say this way, the Shudra is always lamenting. Say he is born. So when the soul becomes twice born, then how is he twice born? When he is initiated the Gayatri mantra by a guru. Guru is the father and Gayatri is the mother. So this is the first birth and this is the second birth. When he meets the Acharya and receives the Gayatri mantra from him, and he tells him how to worship this Brahma. They say he teaches him how to do Japatapa Vandana. And then he has his third birth, which is Vipra, when he is eligible to study the Shastras. So they say he's first he's born and then twice born. You see, when the animals, you see, birds are even born from the eggs. Therefore, they are also twice born. They are also called Dvija. Because first they are born as the egg, and then the egg hatches, and then the fledgling comes out. Small bird. So they say one receives this worship according to the instruction of Sri Guru. And then now he goes on this path of Mukti. But if he doesn't study the Vedas, because the purport of the Vedas, they should be realized. Who is the Atma, who is Paramatma, who is Ishwar, Prakriti, Jeev, Kal, Karma. These 5 tattvas should be realized. Who is Ishwar, what is Prakriti, what is Kal, time, what is mundane material nature, what is Karma, what is Jeev. These 5 tattvas should be understood. Or else, the enjoyment makes one very intoxicated. When one is always drinking this liquor, this intoxicated beverage, life after life, means he's always desires the sense enjoyment, drinking this poison of sense enjoyment, and he cannot stop drinking. Life after life, it's become his habit. They say he suffers from the fruits of his karma. These fruits of karma, they never stop. Means the more he suffers from them, but still he's always engaging in more and more karma, although he's suffering so much. Why? Because he's intoxicated. He's maddened by this desire to enjoy. And when he studies Vedas, then he becomes this Vipra. Then he becomes thrice born. Then he he inherits all divine qualities. Because in the Vedas, all the tattvas, the essence of all tattvas have been told there in the Vedas. So the Brahma Sutra, the Vedanta Sutra, this way one will be related to the Vedanta Sutra. Then he worships Brahma. One who knows this Brahma is a Brahmin. One who knows who Parabrahma is, who Shabda Brahma is, what Shabda Brahma is. Say he must go to such a bullfight guru who is fixed in this realization of Brahma. Shabde Parijanishnatam Avamashrayam. You should go near such a guru. Means he will take you to Brahma. So to engage in such Brahma Upasana, Bhagavad Upasana, one has to take shelter. But one cannot be distinct from his body, separated from his body. Therefore, this Upavit, this thread is also called Brahma Sutra, because it binds one. They say one is offered, surrendered in this Brahma Upasana. So this is Brahman thread, has 3 knots. The first knot signifies Sandhini Shakti, Baladev Prabhu. So they say the first knot implies that you are bound by this influence of Baladev Prabhu. The second knot just signifies relationship with Samvit Shakti, Krishna himself. Because all the one is related to Sri Guru and Krishna. Baldev is Guru and Krishna is Bhagwan. But where will he get this seva pravritti, tendency to serve? Therefore the third knot signifies Radharani herself. One is being bound by this body, one is only engaged in serving the body and mind. As soon as he wakes up, person, he needs bed tea. And then even when he sleeps, he needs something very nice. This way he is partying until 1 or 2 in the night. And then he is taking more and more pills, thinking how much more, I want to enjoy more. This way he is taking all these intoxicants. Ananda Swarupani, Ladani Shakti, without the mercy of Radharani, unless one becomes connected, then nothing will happen. One has knowledge but not realization. He knows everything, but no realization. Why? Because theory, thesis is not everything. You need to be realized also. So as long as the mercy of Kriya Shakti, Halladani Shakti is not there, then even you will not have any desire to do anything. Therefore you need this mercy of Sarup Shakti, her power. Therefore the third knot signifies this being bound to the Lord's feet, Srimati Radhika. This way is bound in 3 ways. See, Yam Maharaj also has 3 sevaks, means 3 Yamdutas will come to punish you when you have wronged in 3 ways, by body, mind and words. So these 3 Yamdutas, they come to punish you. And one comes with ropes. Why? He will tie these ropes around you and drag you along. If you don't listen, then he has a club. And he starts beating you so much. Then he starts pulling you to Yamloka. But here, this is Brahma Sutra, Brahma Granthi, means he is bound to Sri Guru by the first knot. And by the second knot is bound to Krishna. And by the third knot is bound to the Lord Sri Srimati Radhika, Kriya Shakti, Alladani Shakti. In this way, he becomes free from this asakti, moha, of this material body and mind, from this mamata. And how does he become? Becomes Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Na Sojati Na Kankshati. He'll have these 3 qualities. He is Brahma Bhuta. He is no longer a ghost of Maya. Now he is no longer someone's relative, uncle, father, nothing. No. He says, I no longer belong to Maya, I belong to Brahma, Parabrahma, Krishna. And then once he starts this worship of Parabrahma, he is always blissful. And then and then he never desires anything, he never laments anything. Why? Because now he's inherited the entire spiritual realm. Because now that he has reached Bhagavan's Lord's feet and is absorbed in his seva, now he has no separate desire. He doesn't desire anything, he has no shakti towards anything. Now what is his desire? He's saying, Prabhu, what else do I need when I have you? No, he doesn't think of anything, he doesn't desire, he's not scared of anything. Now he is samasarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim lavate param. They say he's always, he has equal vision towards everyone. He doesn't think he is mine, he is theirs. No, he no longer thinks. At time he has this vision of a pandit. He sees a dog eater, Brahmin, everyone the same way. Because he has Atma Darshan, not Jada Darshan. Think, oh, he's black, he's white, he's Brahmin, he's Kshatriya, he's Vaishya Shudra. See, the Atma has no such classification. Because the Atma belongs to Bhagavan. But the fruits of his karma has become like this. One is born in Brahman family or Shudra family. One has become a cat, dog, wolf, fox. For a Pandit, he has his Atma Darshan. He only sees the Atma. So these three knots, when one becomes bound by these three knots, then in all three junctions of the day, three Sandhya Kal, morning, afternoon, evening, he chants the Gayatri. And who is Gayatri? Some say that she is Brahma Shakti. So one according to his realization, intelligence, he will speak. But you know what the Shastras say? The Shastras say that this Bharga, this effulgence, who is she? She is the Shakti of Dev. She is his effulgence. Who is Dev? Who is manifestation? Who is effulgence? Savitur Varainam. She is worshipable to everyone. Means Shakti that the sun god has. See why the rising of the sun, light is distributed everywhere. He infuses life in every living entity. So where did the Savita, the Surya, get Shakti from? So Devasya Bharga. Whose effulgence is this? Whose power is this? That everyone is awakened. Everyone is attracted. Everyone is made happy. Who is this Dev? Then they say that Krishna Devasya Bharga. Bhagavan Shri Krishna, she is this effulgence. She is Sarup Shakti Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Radharani is worshipped by this mantra. Haladan Shakti, Sarup Shakti. She is worshipped eternally. And say, one who doesn't know, what can he possibly say? This Gayatri, there it said, Bhargo Devasya Shakti, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. That I worship and meditate on that Dev. But who is this Dev? Where did he get this Shakti from? So one should think, one will think, why should I realize all these things? And he says not separate from his flesh and mind, from his body and mind. He is never separate from the body and mind. Why? Because he doesn't worship Shakti. He doesn't care. Then how can he possibly have all these symptoms of Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma? So one who has this realization of Parabrahma, he can only give you this realization. So there's Ishwar and Prakriti, Kal, Karma and Jeev. These five tattvas, it is very essential to have knowledge of these five tattvas. Then one can properly worship and be away from this moha, illusion. So one who has accepted this Brahman thread, then he thinks, how can he be brought near? Therefore he gives him this Brahma Sutra, it binds him. And then he bound him to his lotus feet. And he says, from now, you don't belong to them. You belong to the master, real master. Guru has the Shakti that any Baddha Jiva, regardless of whichever condition he is in, Guru can give this adhikar to practice Bhakti and be free from Maya. And those who are not transcendental three modes of mental nature, how can they possibly deliver others? Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami has said, one whose thirst has not been satisfied by samsara, how can he benefit you? He himself is searching for so many things and samsara. He himself is a slave of Maya. He speaks many eloquent things. But his katha is not the medicine for the deliverance from this material world. Why? They're bound by flesh and bones. And whoever listens to their kirtan, they become also entangled in his tendencies. He cannot be delivered. Sukadeva Goswami, he said, if you want to listen, then listen with Darsana. Who should you follow? Who should you? One who is Nivritta Trishna, doesn't have any of these mundane hankerings. For Nivritta Trishna, Rupagiya Mahana. They say, if he does kirtan, and if you listen, then if anyone listens to his katha and kirtan, then they can go near Bhagavan. Not just Rupagiya Mahana, but if one is not cured from this disease of material existence, then you must know that he is not even a doctor in the first place. He himself is a patient also. Because he himself doesn't know how to extricate himself from this material world. So they say once one person went to the doctor and he said, I want to see if the doctor is tall, if he is well built, he has these features and all that. Then the doctor came and said, have you come to show what it is to me, or are you trying to examine me? I am the doctor. They say, can you say what this says? They say, we may even go to the different Thakurjis also, and we may see them. But if you see by your mundane eyes, what can you possibly understand? You must pray that, oh Prabhu, you should see me. I don't wish to see you. You cast a sidelong glance upon me. I am yours, and I am wandering in Maya. I don't even have time to come and see you. Just at least once cast a glance on this wretched soul, such as me, who is very fit to be rejected, who is very cruel-hearted. I can do everything, but I will not go in front of Bhagavan. I will not serve him. Then see how unfortunate we are. So Prabhu, cast a glance on me. At least once you see me, accept me. We are wandering in so many places. Therefore, Guruji has said that Sadguru, what does he do? Sadguru binds him by these three knots of Brahma Sutra. Now he can no longer run anywhere. Once he's got him, Sadguru, now he will not leave him. And say, as long as he doesn't make him reach Bhagavan's lotus feet, he will not leave him. See, Parikshit, he had 7 days time, and Sukadeva Goswami did not leave him. For 7 days he bound him by this katha. And the end, when he arranged for Parikshit to go to the spiritual world, only then did he leave. Or else he wouldn't have left if Parikshit wouldn't have gone there first. Therefore, satam prasangam mam virja samvido. And so this Shakti is given gradually, not fully at once. As the Jiva cannot accept anything that is given totally. Therefore, in all these different chapters of the Bhagavatam, this Virja Shakti is being instilled in the Jiva of the heart. This Virja Shakti of Shri Bhagavan. This Brahma Shakti is with Guru. The Santas who have no mundane material desires, who are Nivritta Trishna. Says Bhagavan's katha is like nectar for the mind, heart, ears. It seems that this charitra of Madhusudan Krishna is so sweet, seems like unending nectar. And one now becomes tired on listening to this Harikatha. He wants to listen more and more. He never knows when it is day, when it is night. As a person is saying, oh, when will this Harikatha finish? Oh, my slippers are outside, someone may steal my slippers. Oh, my umbrella is outside, someone may steal my umbrella. My jacket is outside. This is only thinking about all these things. But is he paying attention to the words spoken by the santas, sadhus? Because once he lends his ears to what they're saying, then he'll forget everything. He'll only be absorbed and listen to such katha. Therefore, tasmin mukatam pibit charitra, madhvit charitra. They say you must drink this katha by your ears. If even once, if you have this opportunity to listen to this Madhu Charitra, sweet Leelas of Sri Hari, then your desire to listen will never be satisfied, satiated. You want to listen more. And you say your fear, your shoka, lamentation, moha, everything will be dispelled. And will always be friendly to us, everyone. So in this Guruji would say, if you want to bind the Jivatma to Bhagavan by his body, mind, words, if you want to make him separate also from his body, mind, words, then by this Brahma Upasana, by chanting this Gayatri Mantra, then everything will take place nicely. So this he must be, integrate his Brahma thread. Or else someone else will put this thread on him and say, oh, now you're mine. You may use black magic. I do many things. Someone has to control one. Then that person automatically becomes someone's slave. But Sadguru, Bhagat Parikar, he is not like that. Therefore, for every jiva, this Brahma Sutra should be worn. It's very essential. And one who doesn't wear this, then he is very independent. He is like an orphan. And like you go to the Western countries, and those dogs which don't have a collar, what will happen? These dogs are either put into these the dog houses, or these dogs are crushed, or else they're thrown to the ocean. And one who has a leash, a collar, then they say, oh, he has an owner. So Vedanta Upanishad Shastra, they say that Atma which is embodied, then if an Atma is embodied, then he should accept Guru and have this Upanishad Sanskar performed on him. Now the question arises that why not give this Brahman thread to women or to buffaloes, cows, or any other living entity? In Maharashtra there is one Sant Gyandas. He says he was a Brahmin. His father, before he was a sadhu, then he became a householder. Then he had 2 sons and 1 daughter. So no one would give them Brahma Gayatri, because your father has fallen down. So how can we accept you? So Sant Gyandas said, alright, you say no need to give me Brahman thread. In fact, I'll give a Brahman thread to buffalo. You cannot do, but I can do. And so what did he do? He made even the buffalo start chanting the Gayatri. He put a Brahman thread on the buffalo, and the buffalo start chanting the Gayatri mantra. So you don't give, but I can give Gayatri. So this way, the jivas have some desires, but these desires are not pure. So for every living entity, regardless of being, there's no consideration of whether she is a female or is a Shudra or an entity is an animal. No. This mood of being the doer, being the enjoyer, this should be forsaken. And therefore, this regulation has been given to chant the Gayatri. This impression is given. Or else, why do women and Shudras not wear this Brahman thread? Because you see, women already have this tendency to serve. Because this Ladni Shakti Vritti, this tendency to serve is automatically found in women. You see, a woman always looks after her son, her husband, her parents. You see, One lady, she can even serve 1 lakh people. She has this capability. But men are very lazy. You ask any man to give you one glass of water or one chair to sit, he will not bring. Even if he doesn't want to do. Therefore, he needs Gayatri. Therefore, he needs his Brahman thread. But women, even if they have 10 children, then they look after the children with so much love. Some before they wouldn't have 20 children. Sometimes even 30 children they would have, and they look after all 30 children. They also perform all the household work. But they have this tendency to serve. Therefore, there is no need for them to accept this Brahman thread. And if they are given the Brahman thread, then what will happen? Then they'll become so powerful. They'll become like Durga Devi then. They'll become like Bhavani, Shivani. They'll become even greater than Durga Devi. Then very difficult to control lady then. And the lady will become the cause of Mahapralaya. Universal devastation. Therefore, this ladies automatically have this tendency to serve. They are like the manifestations of the Seva Pravriti. Therefore, Umarama Satasachandra Rukmani, they have this tendency. Therefore, it's natural. So there's no need to impose anything on them. Therefore, this Gayatri is not given to them. And you see, the living entities are bound in these other forms of life. They are karma yoni. You see, they are only suffering the fruits of their karma. Then once they have finished suffering their karma, then they are born in another life form. So in this 8.4 million species of life, 8 million species of life, they are helplessly bound by their karma. But among these 400,000 species of life, some are civilized, some are uncivilized, some are from these hilly regions, tribal religions, so many different kinds of living entities. So for them, and generally, it is seen that they find it difficult to come to this path of bhakti. Like you say, Narad Rishi went and he helped this hunter. He helped Valmiki, who was a dacoit before, Ratnakar. Why does he go to all these people? To deliver them, to give his mercy to them. But they don't have this tendency to do sadhan. When I knew Narad Rishi would empower them and make them do sadhan. So this Bhagavat Upasana, Brahma Upasana, then there is no consideration of time, place, circumstance. Only that, one born in a Brahman family should wear upavit. Therefore you see, in Kali Yuga, so many persons who are born in Brahman families don't even wear this Brahman thread. And they have stopped chanting the Gayatri Mantra. But this chanting Gayatri Mantra is the tendency of the soul. So one who gives this tendency, he himself should be qualified. He should be an asset of Shiva Bhagavan. He should have this realization of Parabrahma, Tattva Gyan. Then whatever he puts will be fruitful. Or else one person will think, oh, this Brahman thread is very heavy, how can I put this Brahman thread? So once there was an old lady, so once one boy, he was put, this Brahman thread was put around a small boy. The small boy asked his father, oh father, why am I putting this Brahman thread on? Am I like a cow buffalo that a rope is tied around me now? So father said, don't ask all these questions, just chant your Gayatri on this Brahman thread and then you'll realize yourself. So one day what did he do? He went and he saw a jackfruit tree. He climbed the jackfruit tree, and what did he do? He caught hold of a jackfruit, and then he started lowering himself down, and the branch broke, and he was about to fall on the ground. Then what did he do? He took his Brahman thread and he tied it around the branch, and this way he did not fall on the ground. Then he caught hold of another branch and he did not die. Then anyhow he got down from the tree and he got the jackfruit, and he told his father, oh father, now I have understood why you put this Brahman thread around me. Why? What happened? Because I was climbing this jackfruit tree, trying to get this jackfruit down, this pansa, but until now my Janu was useless, my sacred thread. But this branch had fallen down after I died. So anyhow I tied my Brahman thread around this branch and it saved my life. And they say the jackfruit also did not break. So here, this jackfruit is for you, he gave. Then he said, now this Brahman thread is useful now. So what need is there? Well, even scholars cannot convince a foolish man. But one who gives this Brahman thread, if he himself has no realization, and he only gives it as a fashion, as a custom, then it will not bear fruit. Because he himself is like a fool. See, before from 9 to 15, even before one would get a mustache, this Brahman thread would be given. This was the rule among the Brahmins. And for Kshatriyas until 18 they could wear 8. And for the Vaishyas until 40 also this Brahman thread ceremony could have been performed. But now all the three divisions have become a little deviated. See, before they would wake early in the morning and chant Gayatri. But now they're drinking coffee, tea. And then he doesn't have time to chant Gayatri in the evening. He doesn't bathe, he doesn't brush his teeth. And then he thinks, oh no, it's so cold, how can I bathe? Then how can I put this Brahman thread around my ear? Oh, I have to go to the bathroom, it's so difficult. What need is there for the Brahman thread? Then he puts the Brahman thread somewhere. He's saying, oh, Brahman thread is already perfect, so why should I wear it? The Guru has given this Brahman thread, it's already perfect, so he just puts it somewhere. Why should I waste my time? They say, what need is there to get entangled in all these things? So I see the Bhakti Jivas, they're like very intoxicated. So this Brahman thread is Brahma Sutra itself. This Bhagavad Shakti itself has taken the form of this Brahman thread. Therefore, it's very essential to put this Brahman thread and follow all the rules. And surely you'll have realization and be delivered. And now some say that in some sampradayas that they don't wear this Brahman thread. Then what do? Sometimes they wear a Brahman thread which has 2 knots instead of 3. And then they say, I'm a sannyasi, and the people, the sannyasis from South India, they wear 1 thread with 1 knot, saying Brahma and me are the same. And people here in Uttar Pradesh, they wear Brahma thread with 2 knots. Means what is the meaning of wearing 2 knots? Means 1 knot signifies my one wife, the other knot signifies me. They say the relationship between my wife and me will never be broken. So they wear this Brahma thread with 2 knots. May I never be divorced from my wife. May we always be together. Therefore we wear this Brahma thread with 2 knots. They don't care about Bhagavan. There in South they only wear 1. Brahmachari, he wears 3 knots. The rest they wear 2 knots. 1 person. So wears. But sannyasi, he wears 1. And even if he leaves his Brahman thread, then no harm. So that's why they're all cheating conceptions. They have no value. For Guruji, he said this Gayatri Upasana. With this Upasana, you will have realization, direct, no delay. Therefore, from your very childhood, when you listen to this Guruvani from Guru's mukh, when you have this capability of putting this Brahman thread on, then you will have this heart as a place for Parabrahma. You'll have a place in your heart. Now you will never be restless. You'll never be restless. Then this consideration comes. What is the need of putting tilak on? Acharya Ramanuja, he'd say that even if you say a donkey with the tilak on, you should have pranams to the donkey. You see, in the Sri Vaishnava temples, even if you look at the temple has a big tilak. Even the gate has a tilak. Anywhere you go, there's a much tilak you can see. Now you see, even if you go in this Monkey Berry temple, you go on Parikrama mark, they put this Sri Vaishnava tilak on your forehead. They say they put this white tilak with a red line in between. This red line signifies one's chastity. In Bengal also you see, one person, he comes to all the shopkeepers and he puts tilak on. Like you here, you see they put a big tilak on your forehead. There they put this tilak with a dot. So and here you see here, everywhere they're putting tilak on all the visitors, travelers, everyone. And sometimes they put this bindi, means this dot on the forehead, which signifies the Saligram Shila. They say Bhagavan should always save you, rescue you. Say then the Vaishnava Sampradaya is put tilak on 12 limbs of your body. Yashodamaya herself, she would put tilak on Krishna and chant these Raksha Kavach at the 12 parts of his body. And even when he'd be in his house, she put tilak on. Not just that, when he goes to the forest, she puts tilak on. Therefore, she put this tilak on and chant these Raksha Kavach mantras. So say, this tilak is put on the 12 limbs. Why? It signifies the body as Bhagavan's temple, Hari Mandir. You see the two lines, vertical lines. One signifies Brahma, one signifies Shiva. And the place in between these two lines is the place for Vishnu. Therefore, Lalatai Keshvaya Namah. And they say that the two lines, they're the inner chambers of the temple. And the lower part is the temple itself. And they say, Govinda, his name is Chandravar Tilak on. And they say, when you put tilak on your throat, you say Govindaya Namah. They say you chant the 12 names of the 12 devatas, 12 avatars. When you put tilak, when you put this tilak on 12 parts of your body, they'll always protect you. No one put tilak, but sometimes they put half tilak, and sometimes they don't put the proper tulsi. And some say, oh, there's no need to put tulsi. Some say that the tulsi is the tulsi, and the two lines represent Bhagwan's lotus feet. You see, there are many speculations, but still you'll have to consecrate your body with the imprints of this tilak. And some say that the two lines also represent Bhagwan's Singhasan. Therefore you see some Sri Vaishnavas, they put the Singhasan tilak. Means like the two lines are far apart from each other. This tilak resembles the Singhasan, an altar. So on Hanuman he saw Sitaji putting sindur, this red vermilion on the parting of her hair. She said, why are you putting this, mother? Then she said, this signifies that Ram should have a long life and he should always be prosperous. So when Sitaji left, then she only put little on the parting of her hair. So Hanuman, he took this red sindoor and he put it all over his body. His entire body became red now. And he entered laughing in the palace of Ram. Because he's like a small boy, Hanuman. He's not like, you see, he's not like a servant, he's more like a child. So he was laughing, and then he came in front of Prabhu. Sometimes he'd appear in a small way, in a big form, but in front of Prabhu he'd always be in a very small way, like a small boy. Then I said, where did he come from? Why is he covered this red sindoor? Ram asked him, what happened? Why did you cover yourself in red powder? And then he said, I saw that Mother Sita, she's putting this sindoor on the parting of her hair for your long life. So if you have a long life, just by putting a little sindoor. So now I put all over my body. This way you age, this way you will live for many, many more years. And you'll be renowned throughout the entire world. So everyone started laughing. But would Hanuman not wear this Brahmin thread? Would he not put tilak on? He knew everything. He was the expert in all forms of knowledge. There was no Shastra that Hanuman did not know. So one doesn't put tilak on, then one hasn't made this place for Bhagavan, and that place is like a graveyard. If you see someone not putting a tilak on, then just by seeing him, your entire day will become inauspicious. Therefore, when you put tilak on your forehead, you say Keshvaya Namaha, then Narayana Namaha, Madhaya Namaha, Vandaya Namaha, Vishnuye Namaha, Trikramaya Namaha. They say you put this tilak on the 12 parts of your body. Because every place is a place for 12 avatars. Some say also you can put water on your body as a tilak. But Mahaprabhu said no. If you cannot even put tilak on your body, then you cannot even make a little sacrifice. Then where is the value to your devotion? You see in Mathura, judges, many people would come. Gurudev says put tilak on, chant mantra, put kanti on. Then I'll give you diksha, or else I won't give you diksha. So Maharaj, go to office. Say, oh, the Sikhs wear turbans. The Muslims, they have their cap on. And they shave their moustache and they have big beards. But you don't have this qualification that you can't put even tilak on your forehead. Because just by seeing you tilak, everyone will become pure. And say, when you put tilak on, when they put tilak on, then they'd say, oh, why are you putting tilak in the court? Why have you come in this military wearing tilak? Then they'd even leave their jobs behind. Then they'd even say that, okay, if you're going to make me leave, you'll have to write down in a letter saying that you're making me leave because I'm not allowed to put tilak on. But now you see, everywhere you can see people with tilak on. Anywhere you go now, around the world you can see. See, anyone who has his tilak on, he is, just by seeing this person with tilak on his forehead, the entire world will become pure. So tilak has a lot of importance. Then Maharaj, he spoke about the importance of Gopi Chandan. See, Adi Guru Brahma himself, Shivadi Devatas, all of them, when they all saw that Maharaj, what is he doing? Once some person had died, and then anyhow when he died, they put tilak on him and they had him and they bathed him in the river, and then they performed his final rites. Then as soon as they came to the swamp, they ran away. You see, this person had already died, but still when they're performing his final rites, they put tilak on him. So say, Maharaj had told his Yamdutas before that if you see anyone wearing a tilak on, putting a tilak on, don't go near them. You only bring those whose head doesn't have a tilak, whose head is never bowed at the Lord's feet, whose mind is never remembered. Minds are never remembered. Only bring such people. So the time Maharaj, he had 25 times, just 25 minutes to speak. But although he had 25 minutes to speak, he spoke for 4 hours. And then they told Maharaj, oh Maharaj, now we've heard so much. Now who will put tilak on our foreheads? Now you put tilak on our foreheads now. Because sometimes when in Indian families, when a lady is being married, her father-in-law comes and puts tilak. Sometimes sister puts the tilak, brother puts the tilak. But that is only like ordinary tilak. This is Bhagavad tilak, only Sri Guru can do. Or a Mahatma can put this tilak on. So since then, from that day, I have seen how anyone who comes in front of Govindev, they put tilak on. Even now you go, morning, afternoon, the whole day, so many people come, thousands come. They all do kirtan in front of Radha Govindev, and they all put tilak on. Because if you don't have a place for Bhagavan, then who has a place in your heart? these ghosts and witches. So as soon as you should bathe in the morning, you should put tilak on, do achman, sit on an asana, and then you remember this Gayatri. She is the Shakti of Krishna. You should worship her, by which one can be qualified. This Bhagavad Shakti, have this tendency to serve. Then you can please everyone. Now we only think about our own happiness. But when you think about the happiness of others, then we'll have no shortage. Therefore, now tomorrow we'll listen. Hari Hari Prabhu.